Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today I'm going to be making up a mushroom shrimp chowder. So you shrimp lovers out there that like a nice warm chowder with seafood, I'm going to be making one up with some shrimp. It's quick, it's easy. I'm making it up for my husband because he requested it. So I'm making this up for him. So, okay, here we go. Let's get started. Okay, in my pan I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter here in the pan. And to that, I'm going to add 1 packed cup of chopped onions. Turn that up a little bit. That's 1 packed cup of chopped onions. And I have 1 medium clove of garlic. Very well chopped. The onion and the garlic, chop it really well. And I have here an 8-ounce package of baby bell mushrooms, washed, or rinse them off and pat them dry, because you know mushrooms, normally if they're whole, but I couldn't find any whole, I'll just wipe them down, but I would have been all day wiping these ones here. So cook them up gently. We're going to cook these just until our onions get a little bit tender, a couple of minutes. Alright, those been cooking about 3 minutes, and I do cook them on high because we got a lot of moisture coming out of those mushrooms and onions. So, but that's why it's important too, as I mentioned, to cut your onions and your garlic really fine, because this chowder, it doesn't require a lot of cooking. Your mushrooms don't take long, and we're putting some cooked frozen shrimp in it that's already peeled and cooked. So this comes together fairly quickly, guys. So yeah, do this on high. That way you get a chance to get those onions, softened up somewhat. All right. Now that's been cooking about 3 minutes. I'm going to add my flour to this. Now to this I have a 1/4 cup of flour. And I'm just going to cook this around for maybe a minute or so. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, all right. That's been cooking a minute or so. You're basically just cooking your flour. Getting that raw flavor out of there. Need to get it cooked. All right. Get that off my spoon. Now to this, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of chicken stock. Now you can use regular chicken stock, canned, bouillon, but do be careful with your, like I always say, I would use low sodium. Or use regular if you have it. Just be careful on your salt. Salt, I normally don't give a measurement because that's going to be up to you. And I have an 8-ounce bottle. An 8-ounce bottle of clam juice. You can find this over in the area with your tunas and stuff like that, your canned meats. Okay. Now we're going to bring this to a light boil. Let me get this turned up. But meanwhile, stir it up. And then to this, I'm going to add in, get my little spices over here. Now to that, I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of dill weed, and 1/2 teaspoon of thyme leaves. Just let it do its thing here for a minute. Like I said, this comes together quickly. And at the end, you can taste for salt. Like I said, depending on what kind of stock you're using is going to determine how much salt you'll need. Usually I use about maybe, because I'm doing the low sodium, so I'll put probably 1/2 teaspoon of salt in at the end. But that's to my liking. Okay. I'm just going to get this pretty well warmed up, and then we'll get our shrimp throat in. Alright, I got that brought up just to a little gentle boil. You don't want no hard boil. And like I said, just gentle boil, okay? Now I have 1/2 pound of what we were talking about, of the tiny peeled cooked shrimp. It's 1/2 pound. Make sure they're peeled and cooked already. Peeled and pre-cooked. They're already cooked for you. Now this is going to hang out in here just until these shrimps are heated through, because these are cooked. You overcook them. For those of you who are not certain, if you overcook them, you're going to end up with some rubbery tough shrimp. So those are cooked, remember. So those are just hanging out to warm. Okay? Which is maybe a minute, because they are cold from the fridge. All right, that's been sitting in there for a minute. Now I have 2/3 cups of heavy cream. Now keep this, don't bring this to a boil once you add your cream. You don't want to do that. Just let it simmer on low for another minute or so and turn it off. Okay, and I'll get this served up. See how yummy that looks for you shrimp lovers, mushrooms. We'll get this served up. Alrighty guys, there it is. It's finished. It's quick, like I said. Everybody's looking for chowder, soups, stews. You know, it's getting cold and it's comfort food, so enjoy the chowder. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Comes together really quick. I mean, it's just a good chowder, you know. If you like shrimp, I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and some mushrooms. But as always, like I say, if I missed anything or missed an ingredient that I didn't mention in there, because I don't know why you guys still make me nervous. I don't know why. But if I ever miss anything, I always pin it in the comments down there. Or if you have a question, by all means, you know, go ahead and ask away. But go ahead and give it a try, guys. And until next time, you guys stay safe out there, and God bless. And I thank every one of you for watching. Have a good evening. Enjoy the chowder. Help get me out there. Like and subscribe and share as always.